How's it going, friends? Welcome, new subscribers. I'm Brian from Apex Detail. I've been hesitant on showcasing the Polish Angel detailing line. It's really geared towards the enthusiast. They are pricey for the amount of product you get, and it would really be hard unless your clients have deep pockets to use these on a regular basis for high volume detailing. That said, I do have the line for my own personal cars for personal use. I do like to work on my cars. Only one is coated with a semi-permanent professional coating. That's the daily driver, where I don't have to worry about it. Other than that, I like to wax, I like to seal, I like to work on my cars. So today we're going to start off with Polish Angel Cosmic V2. This is a coating, considered a coating. I personally have them in the gray area in between sealants and professional semi-permanent coatings. A little bit closer towards those semi-permanent coatings because they are sealants on steroids. That's the best way I can describe them. It's the only category I can give for them. They are really strong, but they are applied like you would a traditional sealant. So today we're going to start with Polish Angel Cosmic V2. Let's get to it. The Polish Angel Glasscoat Cosmic V2 comes very neatly packaged. It is a 2-year coating, 9H hardness, and the package is $69.99. When it comes to the kit and the packaging and what's inside the packaging, top shelf, I would expect nothing less from this company. Glasscoat Cosmic V2. $50 milliliters. Your bottles are always going to be sealed. They're always going to be labeled and dated. Applicator. And a pair of nitrile gloves. As you can see, January 23rd, 19. Everything is going to be handmade, and this stuff will not sit on the shelf very long. Today, we're going to be applying the Cosmic V2. This is version 2 compared to version 1. This has a higher concentration of SiO2 and titanium. And the way I look at this, guys, is because of the method of application, this would be a very, very small step below your professional semi-permanent coatings, and it is a simple application. Rub on the product, massage it into the paint, spread evenly. With this, you're going to wait 30 minutes until you remove the product. So you could start on the roof. This is a convertible, so we'll start on the hood, work your way from top to bottom, work your way around the car, and for most of the time, by the time you're finished, you can come back and pick up where you started and start wiping off the product. I recommend 2 layers, as always, and you're going to wait 2 hours in between layers. So now let's show you application. When it comes to application of the Polish Angel Cosmic V2, the first coat, I recommend using a polisher. Attached to the polisher is going to be an application pad. You're going to use a pad that is not aggressive. We're not polishing, we're not compounding, but the polisher does ensure a nice even coat for that base layer. That's very important. Then you wait 2 hours, and then you can apply your second coat by hand. And again, just to reiterate, this product is fantastic for those who want the look and the protection of a coating, but just don't want the hassle of applying a semi-permanent professional coating. Okay, well, by the way, before we get started, you do have an option to use the Invincible primer, which gets laid down first, and it will help speed up the curing process, starts the chemical reaction a little bit faster. Not necessary. Not necessary at all. In fact, once you have it laid down, within an hour or two after that second coat, if you do pick up the Cosmic Spritz to go with it, lay down spritz, and that will also cut down in the curing time from 24 hours to 12 hours. When it comes to aftercare, the spritz, either the Cosmic Spritz or the Viking Spritz or even the High Gloss, they are all fantastic for toppers or maintenance products and are very quick and easy to use. So, crack this open. Get a few drops on your pad like this. And this is what it looks like. It's a creamy, sort of polished looking or sealant looking formula. And just prime the pad a little bit and then maybe add two more droplets. And you're good to go to get started on your first little section. Very light pressure. You don't have to overlap. We're not correcting. All we're doing is spreading it out evenly, properly. And you want to be on speed number 2, speed setting. We're not doing any type of correction, so you don't have to go correction speed. You can move your arms a little bit faster, get the process done a little bit quicker. And once you're ensured that the section is layered properly with the coat, then move on and make your way around the car. This is basically what it looks like. Just your everyday sealant, but this is to me pretty much like a sealant on steroids. When it comes to the pad, you don't have to blow out the pad after every panel. This isn't like we're pulling up clear coat. We don't have the dust and the grit from a polish or a compound. You can just keep adding a couple drops of the product. By the way, if you're careful, one of these 50 milliliter containers will be able to cover and protect 2 cars at 2 coats each. As simple as that. Work your way around the car, make sure it has been 30 minutes, and then you can remove the residue. After 30 minutes, this is what it looks like. I'm going to have 2 microfibers, the first one to do the initial pass, and a second one to come up behind that, mop up, and just buff to perfection, and you'll see just how easy this stuff is to remove. Effortless. Easier than most any sealant you will work with. Then I come up, follow that up with the second microfiber. And there you go. Just a fantastic warm glow. You add the spritz on top of that. Again, within an hour, it's going to speed up the cure time from 24 hours to 12 hours. And it'll add to the shine and the gloss as well. And I know it's such a shame that I have to say this, but a product like this or coating, don't lay it down unless you do proper cleaning, decontamination, and some type of correction. And by that I mean, at the very least, do an exfoliation with some type of a polish cleaner and a mild polish pad. Don't ever lay down a coating right after a wash and decon. Exfoliate first, remove some of the old, diminished, and dead paint molecules. That way your coating, doesn't matter if it's this or a semi-permanent coating, a professional coating, can bond properly and you'll get the most out of it. Part of preparation, and preparation is key. Two hours has gone by. It's safe to apply the second coat. Break out the foam applicator that came with the kit, flat side up. All you need is 2 little drops like that. Replace the cap. Same motions as when you were polishing, straight lines. Do a small section at a time, crisscross pattern. Again, that ensures even coat and application of the product. A little bit goes a long way. Very light pressure, and it's amazing after the first pass just how slick the glide of the applicator goes across this section of the panel. And just like when using the machine technique, do this all the way around the car from top to the bottom. Another half hour and you can remove the residue. "30 minutes has gone by. Come in, wipe off the residue, flip it, or have a second towel within arm's reach, and buff it to perfection. Comes off that easy. And there you go. Killer finish. Okay, we're back on the test panel. And at the very least, in preparation for something like this, use fine polish or a polish cleaner. Now, Polish Angel has their own correction line or correction system, and at the very least within that system, use the Final Polish 2 or the Escalate lotion. And just for the sake of using it, we'll use the Final Polish 2 just to exfoliate the surface, remove any dead paint molecules. That way, whatever sealant, whatever coating you lay down bonds properly, and you get the most out of it. It lasts the longest. Wipe off the residue. Use an IP solution, panel prep, body solvent. In this case, I'm going to use IGL Pre-Coat. Let's get a couple readings first. Is it going to add any measurable layer of protection on this panel. 3.7 mils. 3.7 mils. We'll write that down. Let's get a gloss reading. .5 GU. Let's get a couple more. An average of 90.5 GU gloss units. Okay, back with the application pad. Polishing pad was removed. We're going to apply the V2, the Cosmic V2. I have an area masked off. We'll protect this area. We're going to do it exactly as it's meant to be done. The first coat will be applied by machine. We'll let 2 hours go by. We'll apply a second coat by hand, and we'll let this cure for 24 hours. We'll come back, take some measurements. I'll show you the incredible beading that it has and the protection and gloss that it leaves behind. That's what it looks like. And once again, we're going to let that set and dwell for about 30 minutes before removing. Okay, it's 30 minutes later. And there we go. Gorgeous already. So that's going to be the first coat. We're going to wait 2 hours, come back in, do the second coat by hand. Not much needed for a test area that size. And that's it. Let me bring you guys in close. And applying the second coat, you can feel the slickness underneath from the first coat already. When this cures, incredible slickness, water repellency, and gloss. 2 hours has gone by. Well, that comes off so easy and just feels incredibly slick already. Wow. Okay, so we're going to let this sit 24 hours, then we'll remove the tape. We'll play with it a little bit. We'll check the measurements again and look at its hydrophobic qualities, and we'll see you back in 24 hours. Okay, so it's been 24 hours. It is cured enough where it can be introduced to free-flowing water or whatever Mother Nature has to throw at it. But before we remove the tape, get some measurements, and start to check its beading and water-repelling properties, you can add the spritz within an hour of your second coat of the V2. So right after, immediately after that second coat, you can put a layer of the spritz. There, up to an hour will make it effective to shorten the cure time from 24 hours to 12 hours. I've been searching diligently to find out exactly what chemical reaction happens within the formula to make that happen, but I haven't been successful yet. When I do showcase these products individually, I'll make sure to have that information for you. Okay, when we started, the panel was on an average of 3.7 mils in thickness. Has the Cosmic V2 added any depth on top of the panel whatsoever? 7, 3.6, 3.7. So no measurable change whatsoever when it comes to depth. Let's go to gloss units. Before application, we had a measurement of 90.5 GU, and now 93.6. So a nice little bump up in gloss. All right, so as I mentioned before, I do have the line, the Polish Angel line for my personal vehicles. I do like to work on my cars and maintain them. The only one that actually has a semi-permanent coating, professional coating, is the Daily Driver. Other than that, I like to maintain them, so I'll apply Viking Coat or Cosmic V2 every 12 to 15 months, and in between I'm going to be adding some spritz on top or some high gloss depending on what I'm in the mood for. And yeah, then I'll use the ceramic waterless wash. I'll bring that in from Adams. And when it comes to protection, I really do enjoy the Polish Angel line. And for the final thoughts segment of the video, the Polish Angel line, every one of them, every one of the products in this line are quite pricey for the amount you get. They are a joy to work with though, and the results they give you are outstanding. I can only recommend them to the enthusiasts. That's what they're really geared for. Everything from ordering it to the packaging, unpackaging, applying, and then the results you get at the end, it's enjoyable, the whole process. You can't use these for high volume detailing unless your clients have deep pockets where you can then, in return, pass on the overhead to them. It's just being transparent. When it comes to Cosmic V2, you're looking at 12 to 15 months of durability and incredible beating. Maintain it with the spritz. It doesn't matter which one. You can use the Cosmic spritz, the Viking spritz also works, just very slight differences between those two. You can use the high gloss. And I will showcase each one of those. I'll sprinkle them in here and there. I don't want to overwhelm you with the Polish Angel line. But again, fantastic. If you have any questions, don't hesitate. Brian from Apex Detail. Catch you in the next video.